Good evening, all. Welcome to THiNC Institute of Design. So I think notifications of all the exams are now ongoing. I think that time for applying for Uceed and ID, and I'm expecting NIFT also will be coming soon. Okay. Anyway. So today we will be discussing about a topic which is going to become in Uceed. Okay. Not only Uceed, but NID also going to ask this particular topic. That much important is that topic. And that topic is called projections or types of views. Okay. But just getting into the topic, before that, we need to discuss few things regarding Uceed exam. Okay, today I'm giving some preferences for the Uceed. Okay, because a lot of requests regarding Uceed came to us. That is why we are giving a little bit priority for this particular exam also not. See, a similar thing will be done for the NID also later. Let's come to Uceed perspective. See, hope everyone familiar with the previous year question papers as well as the type of the questions which is going to be asked. There will be numerical answer type questions like NAT, okay, and like multiple select as well as multiple choice. Okay, these are the three types of questions we are expecting. And usually the questions which we are going to discuss, like projections or types of view, will be coming under multiple select and multiple choice. And it is rare it is coming under numerical answer type questions. Okay, so every year there will be questions from certain topics. Okay, not only all the topics has been repeated, but few topics are regularly repeating. Okay, and every question paper, if you take a question paper, definitely these topics may be there, like counting. Okay, counting is a very huge topic. In that, inside that counting, there is surface counting, unique shapes counting, and like cube counting, etc. Questions types are there. Okay, so 2-3 questions are from the counting session, and usually they will be coming up with the surface counting and cube counting and some other sorts of counting also there. And the questions are very easy if you have concentration. Okay, so the concentration is the key thing, and the counting methods or the techniques are the key area which reduce the time. See, usually last year one question from counting comes, and that around 72 was the answer. It's not an easy task to count up to 72. Okay, it's not an easy task. Okay, so it will, at least you will take 2 to 3 minutes for counting up to 72 surfaces. But that figure was a symmetric one. So counting up to half of the figure or 1/4 of the figure was more than enough to solve that question. So those kinds of techniques, you will be getting it from our channel. Okay, so we are thinking out of box, like simply imagination, everything we don't need to imagine. Okay, so everyone says that we need to imagine that. So if a cube comes, we need to imagine what comes at the top, what comes at the bottom. Everything we will imagine, and we will try to draw 2-3 cubes with that dice. Okay, so those things will take time. So at that time we will use small techniques. That techniques will be detailed in our upcoming sessions. For that, you guys need to subscribe our channel for getting these kinds of hacks. Okay, see, today also we will be discussing few hacks. We are not directly going to imagine or solve anything in that question. Okay, we will be have our own techniques. So this comes there, so that will not comes here. This is the way we talk in questions. So I found my students, like, they will imagine, sir, a prism is here, so its bottom will looks like this and its top will be looks like this. And when I ask that question, they are what reaction is like this. Sir, it will be coming like this, so we can see here. Okay, and we can see here, so sir, here. Okay, this is the way they are answering, but we can't point out anything at that moment. So all these things we need to imagine. Those kinds of imagination may be right, may be going wrong. So those will, what? Actually, I'm not a person who is against these kinds of imagination, but I'm a person against wasting time through the imagination, where a question's demand is not a kind of imagination. Okay, anyway, we will be looking into types of views, and in between that, I will let you know what I mean. Okay, what I mean about this particular topic. So my screen is visible to all, and here you can see a particular figure, and we call this figure or this particular view as isometric view. So in the isometric view, we can see things from 3 directions, and at that time, few perspectives or few directions are hidden. Okay, so for getting a better idea regarding that types of view, for getting a better idea regarding type of view, I just placed that isometric view of an object, or I just placed that solid object inside a transparent cube, and I just took some photos of that. Okay, so how many photographs I took to make this cube? 6 photographs. Okay, 6 photographs means 6 from 6 directions. Okay, 6 photographs means 6 from 6 directions, and front, top, and right is clearly visible, and few are hidden. Okay, like opposite of top, that is bottom, front, rear is missing, right side, left side is hidden. Okay, all these things are hidden. So there are 6 views, and NID, if you talk in the NID perspective, NID usually come up with top view, front view, right side view. They are very happy with that. But Uceed is one step ahead. They will comes with bottom view also. So we need to more aware in that particular area. So let's look into a question. See, here you can find a question. The image below shows a 3D object. Only one option shows the same object from a different view. Identify it and please let me know through the chats. I'm eagerly waiting for your replies in the chat. And I'm damn sure that everyone can simply solve this question. And this is the simplest question from this particular chapter, okay, ever asked by Uceed. See, for getting questions of this kind, you can refer to CEED question papers also. Okay, you can refer to CEED question papers also. And 2 years back, I think by 21, 22, in those times, there was an exam, NATA, still they are there. NATA also asked similar type of questions. Okay, so if possible, just collect those question papers also. They also had not that much in their level, but they also asked few questions of a similar type. So this is a multiple choice question. So one among the options is right, and you need to find it. Okay, see, every student will make a, not every, few. Okay, I have to comment like that. So few took this figure and they will place that figure in their mind. Pradam, look into your answer. Okay, they will place that figure in their mind and they will rotate it, they will flip it. Okay, so actually it's like seeing in a Hollywood movie, this figure will be rotating in that screen in their mind. Okay, everything is high tech. So actually it is not record. See, try to find any sort of hints like this. See, you can see that English alphabet H clearly. Okay, just imagine the H. Okay, so when you come to option D, we'll start from the last option. See, one leg is missing very clearly. Okay, we are not imagining anything. One leg is missing very clearly. Okay, because we need to have that H and it is not there. Okay, option C is having that H, but this projection is clearly missing. Okay, this projection, actually you can find these similar figures. So a cube-like thing should be over here. So this is the way we are solving questions through the technique of elimination of wrong answers. So right answer is option A. So we will eliminate all the wrong options. And for that, we are not going to imagine or rotate these things. We will be finding these kinds of letters or these kinds of specific things inside these kinds of figures. Okay, so let's try another question. Here comes your next question. So it is an MSQ. MSQ. See, the questions which we are discussing, the previous one as well as this one, is all UC question. And for the last question, Pradam commented very correctly, A. So I want all of you to put your responses over here, because consider these kinds of like mock test or something. So give some work to your brain. Okay, so your brain will be ready for the exam if you are actively participating in these kinds of activities. Okay, so we think we'll be coming up with similar kind of activities in the upcoming days. Okay, so actually we will be starting a batch from November 10 onwards for the Uceed as well as NID and NIFT. Okay, online. So you can find the tagged number in the chat. So that number you can use for gathering informations regarding exams, your doubts, everything, as well as annotated copies of this particular PDF also will be available to that particular number. Okay, so you can save that number for any design related queries. Academic. Okay, so given below is a structure made of colored straws. Which of the views straws in the options belongs to the object in the box? First of all, check that. Is there anybody here who is not a person to sit in these options? Okay, so let's have a look. I just found a green straw here. You can see a straw of green color. And when you look into that vertical straw, okay, it's with a slot of one vertical green straw. See, if you look for option A, only one in the vertical direction. Option B, only one in the vertical direction. Option C, only one in the vertical direction. Option D, clearly visible. Two in the vertical direction. So it's damn sure that D is wrong. Okay, so we are very clear that D is wrong, and we don't need to bother about, or we don't need to wait to eliminate. We don't need to wait to eliminate that particular option. We don't want that. So leave it. Now comes three options: A, B, and C. So these are the three options with us. Now just have a close look. Okay, so two options we have, A and C. So one will be, see, only two possibilities for this. Okay, we don't need to wander around other possibilities. Two possibilities only. One, it may be top view or it may be bottom view. Top view or bottom view. Okay, see the way it has been presented like that. Top view or bottom view is the only possibility. And look for the straws. Okay, number of straws and all those things you can have a look. Okay, 3 red, fine, 3 red is provided in both. So what is the typical difference between A and C? Typical difference between A and C. See, this is the topmost portion. This is the topmost portion. And these straws, I'm zooming here, these straws are over the straws at the bottom. These straws are over the straws at the bottom square. So probably it will be a top view. Probably it will be a top view. So let's see, is it a top view or not? So just look for the other straws also, the presence of other straws also similar. So A is the top view. So we identified very easily. A is the top view. In the same way, you can look for C also. Okay, C, as I mentioned earlier, from here to here, actually it is discontinuing from here to here. Why? Because we are looking from the bottom. So the dominance will be given to straws which is visible from the bottom. They will be having the dominance. So this is actually the bottom view. See, two figures are exactly same, except in certain areas like those kinds of overlapping. Okay, so A and C is right. If you write simply A and C, you will be getting partial mark. And if you are adding D, you will be losing entire marks. Okay, but we want full marks. So just look for B. See, B is just a rotated version of the A itself. Okay, this particular one comes here. That is the only difference. Okay, this is just simply rotated in this way. So the right answer is A, B, and C. Okay, so prepare for bottom views also for this exam. That is why I just included this question over here. So let's have another question. So you guys can have a look. 3 sides, each with the circles connecting lines show three faces of a three-dimensional cube. An example of such a cube is shown on the right. Choose the correct option that correspond to a cube with the three sides as shown below. See, actually, this figure is having not that much relation with this question. The figure on the right side. So this is just an example for us. They are giving an example of creating a cube using black dots and white dots. And we need to create a similar one with the top, left, and right side. Okay. At that time, you will be getting one among the figures over here. So students usually will take top side and they will attach the left side. Okay. Attach the right side and they will wait for the answer. Okay. So they will wait that my imagination will be taking me to an answer. But the right way of solving this question is eliminating wrong options. Okay. Eliminating wrong option. See, just take the right side. Okay. You guys can put your response in the chat. The same meantime, you can put your response also. We can check that whether it is going right or not. So coming over here, black. Okay, I'm just looking to option D. Okay, before that, you can take this particular stretch. See, that is available in all the options. You can on a simple glimpse, you can find it. So next one, black, white, black. See, it is actually starting from black, white on both sides. So D is wrong. Okay, simply eliminated. Okay, simply eliminated. Now comes to A, B, C. See, white, black, black. Actually, it is starting from black, not from white. So right side of option A is also wrong. Now the doubt is between B and C, and that doubt is a little bit confusing doubt also. And I find many of the students going wrong in this particular area because of a particular thing. Okay, I will explain why it is like. See, this is black, white, black. Okay, black, white, black, then white. Yes. Then white. Yes. Then black. Yes. Then white. Yes. A connection. That connection is missing. Remaining is same, black and white. Okay. That particular connection is missing. And see, students, when they get this particular up to here, they're just assuming that. Okay. See, let me look into a comment. Sir, I can't understand how we do this views. Pradham, that is what we are discussing. Okay. See, we are just trying to eliminate. We are not going to imagine nothing. We are not going to imagine nothing. And see, Uceed is trying to make everything looks complex. Actually, they are not. Okay. So they are making you to skip or waste your time in a question. Okay. So their idea is to make you skip this question unless if you try to solve this, your time should be wasted. That is the way they are framing this question. But we need to approach these questions with a confident mind. Okay. So the confidence is all, because if you look into a question paper, you can find few questions are certainly definitely tough. But we don't need to crack those questions to win this particular exam, because they only worth for 10 to 20 marks. Okay. See, the remaining entire session of marks are losing because you are only focusing on those tough questions. Okay. See, actually, this particular one is an easy question. Okay. This particular one is an easy question. And I will just repeat those particular step once again. See, you can find a pattern. Black, white, black. Black, white. Okay. Black, white. This is not similar to this one. That is why D is eliminated. A is also have the same issue. White on the right side. Okay. We are talking about the right side. White, then black. See, this is entirely different from the right side of the question. So you can eliminate these two. Okay. You can eliminate these two. Similarly, when you comes to option B, see, we are not imagining or we are not thinking about this particular shape. We are thinking about a pattern. black, white, black, white, white, black, black, white. See the same one here, black, white, black, white, white, black, white. Up to here, it is fine, white. Okay, now here you can find a string, okay, or a line. That particular line is missing here. Okay, so if that line was here, then black, white continues and that figure will be going right. But due to the absence of that line, okay, you are not able to zoom that thing during that exam. And I think this is not a zoomed version. Okay, this is not a zoomed version, and your observations, I'm talking to the out of the window over here. See, I'm not zooming right now. So over here, you can find this. Okay, actually, they need to confuse you. Okay, actually, they need to confuse you. That is why they are making this minute difference. Okay, those who are having that much sharp observation skills should win the exam. That is their plan. But we are not that much going to observe here. We will be having a checklist. We will be having a checklist. Okay, we will compare each and everywhere. Okay, we are not blindly taking or eliminating an option. We will having a checklist. Is black is there? Yes, black. Next line is there? Yes. Okay, black line, white line, black line, white line. Okay, so we will be going in this way. We will be going in this way. You can do this in your rough paper or simply using your finger. Okay, you can use a finger and point it on the screen. Okay, you can use, I'm just addressing the doubt of Pradham in the chat. So you can just point your finger and like a nursery rhyme, you can chant it in the mind. Black line, white line, black line, white, white. In that way, you can chant and in a very quicker manner because we need to solve this. So over here, this black, white, white, black, black, white, 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 black, white, and we reach to that crucial area. That line is here, then black, white. Option C is the right answer. Okay, option C is the right answer. See, every line, every stroke is important in Uceed. So if you check the questions from mechanical system, once a question of fishes, weight of fishes has been came from mechanical systems like this. At that time, they had given these kinds of design. Okay, these kinds of design in that particular question. And here will be a fish. Okay, here will be a fish. I'm not good in drawing. I'm a faculty of logic. Okay, so and the next one is attached. Like if you go through that previous year question, you can have a better idea regarding this question. I'll be taking the same one later in this channel, mechanical systems, where physics is having some influence. Okay, so actually students will not look into these kinds of shades. Okay, these shades, they will not pay attention. They thought that this is just a part. Yeah, it's there in the previous questions. Okay, so everyone will not be focusing on that. See, actually they are asking easy questions, but everyone will not be focusing on why these striations are provided. Okay, see, this is to show that equal distance. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unit length. Okay, those were to show the length, 5 units of length. Okay, that is why it's been given. So these things we'll be discussing later. See, one question earlier from the Uceed comes, they will ask how many liters of milk we can collect from these cattle, and that cattle will include ox and buffaloes. But we fall into that trap. Okay, so we need to have a clear observation and we need to keep it in mind. Uceed will not simply ask a thing. Okay, they may be having some sort of traps. So always we need to walk carefully through that particular question paper. Okay, so I will try my level best to take those traps in front of you. So if you are aware about those traps, you will be definitely not falling into it. Okay, so actually I'm not focusing into that difficult questions. I'm focusing mainly to traps, because traps makes questions difficult. Okay, so we will be talking about traps in this channel, traps of Uceed in a question paper. Okay, so everywhere they will be having a traps. So for example, coming to this question, the trap was in this area. We need to observe. Okay, this was the trap they are having in this question. So when it comes to this question, definitely they are having a trap, and the trap was in the form of a extra straw. Okay, that trap was in the form of an extra straw. And whenever I just done this question in my online session or my offline session, students are not identifying this one. Okay, plenty of students come up with, sir, the right answer is BCD. Okay, if they are simply coming up with BC, they are getting partial marks. But they won't, if the answer simply answer AD or ACD. Okay, even they come up with ABCD, even though every answer will be having D, because D is a trap. And coming over to this question, see, we have plenty of enough way to solve this question, but they will make us to imagine this figure. See, that is a trap for wasting time. Just look for the distortions or imperfections. You will be getting answer. So these kinds of things, okay, catalyst, which is making a reaction in a quicker manner. Okay, in the same way, these are kinds of reverse catalyst. I forget the word which is opposed to catalyst, retardants or something. So these things will reduce your speed. So if you guys are aware about these retardants, just take it away and you can solve. So we will be talking about these kinds of retardants to improve our speed as well as confidence in Uceed, and similar things you can avail through our dedicated sessions for Uceed, NID as well as NIFT, because it's not possible to discuss everything in YouTube. We can only discuss it just because we only have a limited time in YouTube. So that is why. Anyway, by the time of exam, we will be coming up with marathon sessions of Crash. So anyway, stay tuned to our channel. You can subscribe our channel, as well as if you like our videos, please like, share with your friends, because those things are adding fuels to our upcoming sessions. Okay, so if we are getting enough support, we'll be coming up with similar videos in this particular channel. So any doubts, you can communicate through the number provided in the chat. And for the annotated copies of this PDF, you can reach to us regarding application of these exams, as well as our classes, sessions, workshops, everything. You can contact us. So thank you all. Good night, and wish you all the very best. Bye.